If you're a fan of the music producer community on YouTube, you may be familiar with Kyle Beats. He recently threw his Finish My Beat 2020 contest, and I entered. Didn't win, but I entered. My name is El Marquis, musician, rapper, record producer, unashamed craft follower, and today I'm going to show you how I made my beat for Kyle Beats' Finish My Beat 2020 contest.
El Marquis Productions.
So big disclaimer, I didn't win, wasn't featured in the video, it's all good. I'm so proud of the beat that I made, and maybe me showing you my creative process and how I made this beat could inspire you. If you have more experience than me, maybe you can tell me how I could have improved the beat. And this video, along with the other videos that I make, of course the purpose of them is to educate, entertain, and inspire you. But before we get to the beat breakdown, I need you to do me a quick favor. Go down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so that way you'll be able to see more videos like this, and you'll be able to help other people who have similar interests as you see more videos like this. So now let's break down this beat for Kyle Beats' Finish My Beat 2020 contest. Alright, so I kind of realized that I should probably explain what the contest is, just in case you don't know what it is. So Kyle Beats made a loop pack for free. There were, I think, 12 loops in there, completely royalty free, and he told his subscribers to take the loops, flip them, and just make a new beat out of them. Simple, right? So I went to his website, downloaded the loops, I picked 3 of them, and then submitted what I would consider the best out of the 3. And I actually did a live stream of me creating a beat around one of the loops, so you actually can go up in the cards over here and check out that full video. And I actually didn't even end up using that beat for this contest. I actually picked another loop and flipped it a different way, and I liked it more. To me, it stood out a bit more. So obviously, if you want to see how I made that beat, you can watch that video. And in this video, I'm actually going to break down the beat that I actually just submitted. So here's what the original loop sounded like. Out of all 12 loops in there, that stood out to me possibly the most. And whenever I use a loop, I always like to manipulate it in some way, even if it's minor. So then I pitched the loop down, sped it up a little bit, and then I actually reversed the order that the loop played in. So half of it had just those melodic instruments and the other half included those drums. So then I just moved them over because to me, I thought it would be different and it would sound cool. So here's what that sounds like. So that loop plays throughout most of the beat, and then in different sections of the beat I chop it up a little differently so it sounds different and not as repetitive. And then I went on to add a bunch of other instruments to complement it and add to its vibe. So after I heard this loop and after I manipulated it, I got kind of like an island vibe from it. The loop sounds bright and happy and energetic, so I wanted to complement it with other sounds that also fit the bright and energetic aesthetic. So possibly the first sound I played was actually this pluck rhythm that I got out of Serum. And then I found another pluck that I actually played a little melody on that sounds like this. And then I thought it needed just one more melody, so then I found another kalimba from Contact that plays in a lower register that sounds like this. And after that, I thought there were enough melodies. So after all the melodies were done, the lower mid-range still needed to be filled out with something. So I found this pad from Omnisphere, played a couple chords that I forgot how to play, and came up with this. It's subtle, I didn't mix it super loud, but if I take it out, the beat sounds empty. But even with it playing quietly in the background, it really does fill up space. It really does make the whole beat feel a lot more full. So now we're moving on to one of my favorite parts, the low end. So on the second half of the intros and the pre-choruses, to build up to that drop in the chorus, I introduced this synth bass. That's all it is, just those 3 notes. If all the chords of the loop, and I drop it out a bar before everything else drops, so that tension just makes the beat feel more epic. So after that synth bass, obviously it needs to be replaced with another bass that plays throughout the rest of the song. So I came up with this 808 pattern. Very simple, it just follows the kick drum, and this is where a lot of the energy of the beat comes from. So once the chorus hit, I wanted it to feel bigger than the verses, and just wanted to add a different element to the choruses that wasn't found in the verses, and that was a live instrument, a live guitar. The part was really simple, I didn't want it to be distracting. I just have a few different guitar layers going on, and here's one of them. and then I played another one that was higher than that. And now here's what both of those parts sound like together after I put some effects on them. So to make those parts sound bigger, I just added a chorus effect and some reverb and delays. So now here's probably my favorite part of the beat, and the part that I think makes it stand out from other beats in this competition, the drums. I feel like this specific pattern helps this beat stand out from amongst other beats in the competition because I checked out some of the previous contests that Kyle Beats actually threw, and I noticed that most of the beats people made were trap beats, which is fine, but a lot of those beats sounded really similar. It didn't sound like people were trying to think super out the box. A lot of people made just really simple trap beats. And when you're making those type of beats for songs, that's fine. But for something like this, where it's a competition, my goal was to make something that stood out a bit more, that in my mind didn't sound super generic. It didn't just blend in with every other beat that was submitted. There were thousands of entries for this contest, and the reason why I went with this beat versus the other beat I made in that live stream cook-up, my goal was to make something that stood out a bit more. So if Kyle and the other people who were helping him judge this contest were scrolling through thousands of trap beats, and then they find this one beat that has a different groove, that has a different style, it would have stood out a bit more. So that was my thought process behind it. That's my thought process behind the whole beat. So now I'm going to play you a little snippet of the beat so you can hear what all the elements sound like together. And if you're interested in listening to the full version of this beat, I'll leave a link in the description as well as the cards. So now here's the beat that I ended up calling Living the Life by El Marquis Productions. Thank you for watching this video. If you like what you've seen today, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you know whenever I upload new videos. Also be sure to visit my website, elmarquisproductions.com, where you'll be able to check out my music, my beats, my sample kits, my merchandise, and my mixing, mastering, and consulting services. Now go down in the comment section below and let me know, what did you think about this beat? Do you think it's fire? Do you think it should have won? Do you think it should have been a runner-up? Do you think it was trash? Let me know in the comment section below. My name is El Marquis Productions. God bless.